quite recently, my daughter asked me the question, how did you and Dad meet? And we all have a story about how we met our partners, and we're very attached to these stories. And I thought I had a lovely story, and I launched into it. Well, I was only a few minutes into it when I realised, oh, Jesus, this isn't as wholesome as I thought. How we actually met was we moved into the house next door to each other, okay? 3 women moved into number 3 Hanbury Lane in the Liberties, and 3 lads moved into number 4 Hanbury Lane in the Liberties. It was friends. It was exactly friends. I actually wrote it down in a notebook at the time. Lovely premise for a sitcom. 3 girls living next door to 3 boys. I called it a cordial. And I stuck it in a drawer. Oh, I was way ahead of myself, but look, I would have hated to have made money. I would have hated that. Very quickly, very shortly after moving into the house, 2 of the women in number 3 got together with 2 of the lads in number 4. Not me, 2 of the other trollops, okay? I, though, had this running joke with my now husband about the fact that we never met each other socially at the weekends. We never met each other out. And literally our gardens at the back of the houses were joined together by a very low wall. And at the weekends, Saturday morning, Sunday morning, we would all meet out there with our hangovers and our cups of coffee, and we'd be saying, where were you last night? And he'd be saying, I was Lily's. I was in Lily's, and I'd say, I was in Lily's, I never saw you. And the following week, where were you? I was in Reynard's. I never saw you. No, I never saw you. And the following week, where were you? I was in Leeson Street. I never saw you. And this went on for the guts of the 2 years that we lived there. Now, at the same time, I was having a relationship. What do we call it, a relationship? It was like a kind of a Harry met Sally relationship, okay? We were friends, really, with the odd benefit. Anyway, he did something to annoy me. It's so long ago, I don't remember what it was. But he rang and he said, look, this is my bad. I'll make it up to you. Will we go out on the lash? And I said, yeah, let's go out on the lash. Now, on the same day, a friend of mine whose marriage was imploding and had small children rang me and said, I have to get out of this house or I am going to lose my mind. And because we weren't a couple, I said, well, sure, come out with us. And the 3 of us went out on the lash. And we ended up in Leeson Street at about 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, these were the days when Leeson Street was like Vegas. It was hopping. And at about 3 o'clock in the morning, I went into the bathroom. And when I came out, those 2 were snogging the faces off each other. Oh, yeah. And I thought, well, fuck the pair of you. From a great height. And I also thought, well, I'm not going back to join them. And I started scouring the room to see if there was anybody else I knew in that nightclub. Now, these were the days when you went out with no money. Do you remember that? No, nothing. I had no cash, no phone, no card, Revolut, nothing. You literally batted your eyelids at someone and hoped the fuck they would buy you a gin and tonic. And generally speaking, they would. So I'm walking around the room and in walks himself from next door. And I said, oh, here you are now, 2 years talking over the wall and you finally turned up. I said, well, do you want to hear about my night? I said, you see those 2 whores in the corner snogging the face off each other? I said, they're not meant to be snogging each other. One of them is meant to be snogging me. And he said, as cool as you like, well, sure, look, that's nothing a bottle of champagne wouldn't fix. He bought a bottle of champagne and we sat up at the bar and we drank it. And the rest is pretty much history. Except my daughter is looking at me now. And she's quite perturbed because she knows the friend. Because she's still my friend. But you know that generation, they're very woke. So she's like, oh my God, that's not cool. That's not cool. Oh my God, you were friends. You were practically in a situationship there. Oh my God. So I had to explain. I said, sweetheart, I got over that in 5 minutes. I said, everyone was snogging and riding everyone back then, love. We had no Netflix. pictures to each other. We were